Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to. I never thought that I would be saying this. What kind of sucks about this, though, is it just showed up on his Pro Wrestling Roundtable last week, so this kind of ruins this, big return. But it's still a return. We did this video we did this video originally, but yeah. Let's just say that video that we made cannot be out there for personal reasons. Um, And let me introduce him, I guess, for the first time. And I would probably say like 9 or 11 months.
Just rounded out the 10. Why did you have to say like probably a 9 or 11 months? Was that like a 9? Was that, you realize, like, were you trying to make a 9/11 joke? What happened?
No, the intro was going so bad. That was the worst intro I've ever given ever.
Dude, just say 10 months. Close to 10 months. That's all you had to do.
Those were the first two numbers that came to my head.
Okay.
That's not good. I just made it worse.
Yeah. Just stop. Okay.
See, normally when I have like my webcam, like we're not doing it live, I can say, you know what, I'm gonna redo this. But as quoting the Psycho said, epic interview, we can't redo it. We're live, pal.
Oh well. Oh no, yeah. Can I just redo this? No, we're live, pal. I'm sorry.
Anyhow, introduce yourself because I didn't give you a chance.
Hi guys, I'm James He-Man Hebert. I'm different. Basically the reason why, and I'll only leave it at this, that Owen and I were not really doing videos together was because I was with a certain someone that did not like said person and convinced me, because I'm an impressionable fuck, which I vowed never to be again, to not like said person, which would be Owen. Yeah, we hated each other. But at least one good thing came out of it during that dark period of time. In my life, I don't know necessarily about yours, but the one good thing that came out of it was our hatred for Roman Reigns was so strong it brought us together even in the glimpse of the darkness. So, thanks, Roman.
No, we should thank the people.
We can actually thank him for that one.
We should thank the people that put him in the number 30 spot for the Royal Rumble match.
Oh my god! It was so. Like, I remember your original fucking reaction to is just you laughed and then you're just like,
because I didn't
think
they were gonna
Undertaker, and you were so mad, and I'm like, they're doing a feud, aren't they? I'm so mad. And then you and I just looked at each other and it's just like, this fucking show can go piss up a rope.
You know what? Let's be honest too. Like, that show was actually really good up until the Royal Rumble match.
Isn't that the fucking theme of every Rumble for like the past 5 years? It feels like.
No, 2015 was absolute crap, except one match.
2015, 2016, it was kind of the same way. And then your surprise aging appearance. Fucking 2014 sucked ass. 2013, like, yeah, the past 5 years have just been god awful garbage.
But the one good thing, yeah, I still, I just want to talk about that real quick because I think I laughed because I didn't think they were going to be that stupid. To put Roman Reigns, I think like it's just like it was just a big F you to all of us out there to put Roman Reigns number 30 because we were all
the reason why they lost another 1 million viewers for Raw. Really,
and think about it too. Think about it like this too. We were all expecting like the return of Finn Balor, Kurt Angle, and the debut of Samoa Joe.
Yep, and no, we get this.
And then
I wanted to kick babies and throw birthday cakes. That's how pissed off.
I don't know what was worse, when he came out or the winner, because everybody was so happy that Randy Orton won. They didn't even consider the fact of the possibility.
Oh, this was my exact reaction. It's like, yes, oh shit.
No, remember, I was even like, but wait, now we're gonna get Orton versus Cena at WrestleMania.
Yeah, and we didn't get that. Now that I think about it, I actually probably would have preferred it other than the fucking shit show we got with him and Wyatt. It's so bad. It's so bad.
And the funny thing is,
like that. Or you could have at least done a really cool triple threat match between Styles, Orton, and Cena. That would have been cool, but no.
Yeah.
No.
Well, like,
let's do Wyatt and Orton, and then let's have Reigns retire fucking goddamn thing. This is so stupid. Like, the whole Rumble that year was goddamn so stupid.
Let's be honest, though. Orton and Wyatt wouldn't have been a bad idea if the match, it wasn't even their fault that the match was bad.
It really wasn't. I can't say it. Like, not even Reigns' fault. It's just creative.
Yeah.
Creative's just fucking terrible, dude. It's so bad. I mean, you know, creative is bad if Bayley won. You turned Bayley, who was the most beloved diva ever, to then be the most hated or one of the most hated. That's when you know your creative team is shit. When that happens, when your clear as day cash cow is reduced to half of her potential because of shit writing. It's so bad, dude.
Yeah.
Like, replace the fucking creative team, for fuck's sake. And by the way, I think next week we're doing another podcast, and if you guys want to check that out, cheap plug at the Pro Wrestling Roundtable. We're going to be talking about this very issue, because they're saying that the reason is of the USA Network. And they want to try to cut the cord so they can put all their content on the network, so Raw will go on there and so would SmackDown. Here's the problem. Doesn't matter where it goes. If the content's shit, the content's shit. So therefore, It does not matter if it's on the USA Network. It doesn't matter if it's on the WWE Network. I don't give a shit if it's on fucking Pornhub.
205.
If it's not fucking good, it's not going to be viewed, and people are going to fucking still critique it. You need a better creative team. That's the fucking problem. Not the USA Network. That's only part of the problem.
So if they went on the USA, I know we're going to talk about this, but if they put the Raw and SmackDown on the network, do you think they would up the network subscription price? They would have to at that point. You would think so, right?
I mean, I honestly, probably.
Because I can't.
That's what I assume they'd have to do, but I don't know. Because I would do that as like the $14.99 deal.
I agree with that. I'm just wondering, like, we can talk about it more then, but like, would they? Because like, if they don't, because like that's going to be a huge loss in their money if they don't have the USA Network deal.
Well, it depends, because I guess from what Chris Dodd, like, he was saying, like, we'll go into it, because I don't want to go into it. We're gonna have a whole debate with the guys at the PWR podcast anyway, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. If you guys noticed, though, I'm back, and if you couldn't tell by my gratuitous amount of work that Owen didn't even expect on his channel, that now you know. If you want to explain that, you can in further detail.
So I get like a Facebook message from him. I'm not gonna pull it up because I don't feel like it right now, but it's something like, I think you asked me like a random question, like if I have a blue wall or a green wall, and I'm like, yeah. I knew. Luckily, I knew exactly what you were talking about, because I know you were trying to go for like green screens and stuff. Think about it. If you had said it to like someone who didn't know about that stuff, they would have looked at that and be like, "What the hell are you talking?"
Yeah. The fuck you on about, nigga?
And then
I don't know what you're saying. This is foreign to me. What is the blue wall and or green wall?
I knew I didn't have. I knew I didn't. So my answer at first was no. Then you're like, I have a surprise. You pretty much says I have a surprise for you. It's a surprise, and then pretty much.
I did not use your selfie because I don't know what you were thinking. I was expecting like I don't know, like I was.
Yeah, I know you didn't use it. Yeah,
I was half expecting like because the selfie he sent me, his shoulders were not out. Like, because I was half expecting him to like have just one arm kind of out like this, and him just kind of like that. But no, he has both arms like this, and it's just like, ugh. It has like that. Oh God, I just took a shit after Taco Bell face. Like, what is this? What do you expect me to use this for?
I didn't even. The funny thing is I don't even eat Taco Bell really either, too. So.
So I just say, fuck this, because I don't think it's gonna work. Because by this point, I was waiting for him to do the thing, but he wasn't like sending it to me.
I was eating dinner. I was eating dinner.
I was just like erasing a background of like one of the images I found of him on Facebook that actually looked pretty good. So that's what I did.
That was when I went to North Carolina last year.
Yes, yes. And you were in like kind of like a blue tank top. I'm like, this will work perfectly. So I did that, and it turned out pretty well. And now he has a sick fucking channel banner.
I actually want to look at it again because.
And a sick channel logo as well, if you guys couldn't tell. By the way,
yeah, I like the logo. Yeah.
Yeah, let's actually turn our cameras off for a minute so they can see or you turn your camera off so they can see your logo.
So I have to figure out how to show you my screen.
Well, I mean, people can just go on your channel and they'll see the banner.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because then that's kind of. Because then if I just do it in this video, then they're like, well, we saw it in this video, then we don't really need to. So it's like, yeah, so it's me with the blue tank top, like photoshopped on it.
Yeah. Not only, well,
you have
I did like 3 different things. So like, for me, it was, I'll go on your thing. So I erased the background from the Carolina thing. I created your Wrestling Fortune 44 logo, which is basically the Fortune 4 logo, but with wrestling in it. Pretty simple.
Obviously, you so now you kind of figure out how I got the name of Wrestling Fortune 44, even though you probably knew anyways.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that hard to figure out. And then you have, so I did that, and then I also did a Aftershock Corner logo. Which, I mean, may be the best part of the whole thing. So yeah, that's
and it says like home of the Aftershock Corner.
Yes.
Would have been better if we were still doing the show, because then because right now it's the Aftershock Corner's in a hiatus. Well, then only like 1 more month.
Yeah, but still, I mean, might as well get started, right?
I even like the birds flying in the background, since I'm known as Owen the Birdman. I obviously like that touch.
Yes.
And then yeah, that's the whole. And then obviously you just discussed the logo. I'm still not used to the logo though. Like when I sign in and out of my channels and stuff. And
yeah, because you're like used to the fucking stupid W. It's like,
yeah.
What is this logo? Oh right.
I keep thinking like it's AJ, like AJ Styles logo or something.
Yeah, and wait until it happens with Owen the Talkinator too.
Oh yeah, we need to get it.
Yeah, because you still upload there,
right? Yeah. Now, one thing I'm happy is now that we'll get to that part later. Now that we're changing the Retro Wrestling Review series, I'm gonna have more time for that because the Retro Wrestling Review series took so long to make. Actually, you know what's even worse? You know what's even longer to make is the Mae Young Classics update video because yeah, those take a while to make.
Yeah, because they're still getting women for it, aren't they?
I keep thinking like they're not gonna update me anymore, and then I get like more updates and stuff. Like I got updates about like Sage Beckett about her story and stuff, and it's like Just tell your story when the tournament happens, so I don't have to make any more of these update videos.
Fair enough.
I mean, I like the fact it wasted my whole day because I was gonna do all the videos today, but then I had actually, you know what? Actually, I kind of happy because then it got me out of reviewing GFW Impact Wrestling for today. So I'm happy. I was happy about that.
Why was it shit?
I haven't seen it yet, but
the fucking show is so bad. Like, I don't know why you tortured yourself.
the only thing I want to see is the last knockout standing match between Rosemary and Sienna.
Yes.
But the problem is I don't really think Sienna. No, I don't think Sienna's that good in the ring from what I've seen so far.
Yes. And for those wondering,
that's her name, right? Sienna?
Yeah, something like that. And for those wondering if I will be back on the Aftershock Corner, the answer is yes. I will be attending Massasoit again, and I will be doing it with them again. And I'm already getting the show prepared and fucking pimped out like you've never seen before. And
we have a theme song now.
We have a theme song. We have a theme song. We're gonna do when we go to SummerSlam at Chris Dodd's house, we're gonna film some shit. And we're actually probably gonna go there like as early as 3 because we even talked about it. We're probably gonna go there as early as 3 to get all the filming done before the pre-show starts. And,
isn't SummerSlam? Am I gonna have to be there around that time anyways? Because isn't SummerSlam gonna be like 7 hours or something?
Something like that. It's something ridiculous. And yeah, we're gonna just be going absolutely ham on doing the filming, and then once we are getting a call, it's Brittany.
Well, we might have to. You might have to answer that.
I do. Do you mind doing you mind talking?
Yeah, I'll mention what we're doing further. I'm gonna mute your microphone. Okay, I guess this mic's muted. Is this mic muted? I don't even. Okay, I don't know if his mic's muted or not because it does not tell me. But anyhow, so yeah, well, I guess what he's trying to say is we're gonna film like the intro because it's time to make like an intro video package for the Aftershock Corner because of the fact that yeah, it's pretty much it's gonna make it look more I'm trying to think of the words. It's gonna make it look more high tech because it's gonna be easier than just us sitting in the chair and just introducing ourselves, and it'll probably help us get through the show a little bit quicker, and we can just do the intro right away. And I'm actually looking forward to it. With the theme song that we have, I actually, when he comes back on here, I do want to kind of know how he came up with that theme song. I think that theme song is great, and I kind of can't wait until it actually gets put into motion. What does suck is that Steve Coakley won't really be in on the show this semester. That's sad. But okay, now I need to unmute his mic. Okay. Now I muted his mic.
Fucking stop. I muted my mic already. So, hey, did you already discuss the whole filming thing?
Yeah, I discussed how we're filming like an intro video to make the show more look. I couldn't think of the word, but so I said high tech.
Yeah.
And then all of us just doing like our intro, like right in the beginning. I think it would definitely be easier.
Yeah, and I'm also gonna teach Owen the ways of Power Director because he has the same program now, and you'll find some very pleasant surprises because you would think, like, especially on Windows Live, if you want to do this whole welcome to the show when the show begins as like a title thing, you would have to do that every single time and every single segment. But with Power Director, it's a lot different, and you can actually save those titles by first making him on the title option.
Oh, that would be nice.
So you could just drag it and put it on the video. So we could do, it's our Raw review, drag, SmackDown review, drag, NXT review, drag, 205 Live, drag.
We don't. They don't review 205 Live.
Well, fair enough. I don't fucking care about that BS either. But yeah, it's essentially gonna be a lot more professional looking. We may even do the whole idea of 2 cameras, possibly. We've kind of discussed that a little bit, but we're not entirely sure.
When did we discuss that?
Me and Chris have discussed it. I don't think we're gonna do it because it'd
be kind of like
very complicated, and plus it would kind of take away some of the feeling of the show. But like, I don't know.
It'll be tough. It's gonna be tough too because normally when you get a hold of something that needs to be uploaded, it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't get uploaded. Remember there was like that video we made like last year talking about all the stuff going into like WrestleMania and stuff, and it never got uploaded.
Yeah. And what was that? Yeah, was that last year?
It was like just before WrestleMania 32. We had just gone to that Top Row promotion show. We like talked about a lot of stuff that happened that was going on for like WrestleMania.
Yeah, that was back in my dark phase.
So
I don't know. It's different. It's different. I don't know. But if you guys want to know the official theme, I'm going to play it right now. Do you mind if I play it over the microphone?
I hope we don't. Will we get copyrighted?
No, it's actually a non-copyrighted song.
Oh, okay, then yeah, sure.
It's actually free to use. It's by the late great E Double. I'm sure some of you will recognize the track.
It's not really coming in.
Huh?
It's not really coming in.
What, the webcam speaker? It sucks.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Hold on, let me see if I can switch over to my oh. Am I on? Do you hear me from my Do you hear me now really, really well?
Yeah.
So it's actually coming from that. Okay. So I didn't need my webcam. I guess it is one of my Logitech microphones. All right, let me do this again. Replay. All right.
Okay, here we go. Freestyle Friday number 9. Now, before you jump the gun on anything, this is supposed to be like a house party type song like 2004, so sing along when you can. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go. Boas and tastemakers make us no chaser. Get the blood flowing like a fucking pacemaker. Cut the middleman and inhale the vapors. Man, old 10 Don Drapers. Cut the jukebox on, make the woofers blow. We gon' sit here until all the heifers go. Holler at the tens and spend a little load. I don't live no, they can buy their own drinks. Take the work week off, 5 days in the bucket. Fuck it, you got a boss who's a jerk who doesn't. Throw on some Wu-Tang, bring the motherfucking ruckus. There is no pretext. We are living and we love it on a budget. Never mind, we just nudge it to the side. Give the kids a little time. We are living till we die. Focused and we hustle, but we still be getting high. No exception to the rule. Do what you do to get by. Cause I keep ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep.
And yeah, it's if people could not tell what that was E Double, the late great E Double's "Let Me O" from 2010. It was Freestyle Friday number 9.
I haven't heard that song until until you made that actually.
Yeah, it's fucking. Isn't it sick though? You know what? Like, you know how I was doing that whole old TV vibe? It gives me like a French Prince of Bel-Air kind of, or Fresh Prince of Bel-Air kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's like kind of what it reminds me of. I was like, yo, this is when this intro is done with the song, it's gonna look
I
fucking
can't.
baller.
I was kind of wondering though what it had to do with like wrestling, but I bet once we like make like the actual like video itself, it will probably fit.
I mean, does everything we have to do have to involve wrestling like entirely? You know what I mean? Because like we could do like if you really think about it, Aleister Black's theme, as like an example, isn't necessarily about him, even though it is for his character. It's not necessarily about him.
Yeah, true, true.
So you know what I mean? That's just how I see it. You know what I mean? So welcome to the world of J. Hebert's philosophy, population autism.
But I bet,
I am President Potato.
But I can't wait to hear like that song go with like our intro video itself too.
It's gonna be fucking baller. Like I have it all in my fucking head of what I want this thing to look like, and it's gonna look fucking baller when we get it done. It's gonna look fucking sick, legit. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Although it will involve a tiny bit of driving, but like literally in Chris Dodd Street probably. But I have the outline in my head. I just gotta kind of put it on Word document.
We could always, because John's probably gonna be the one like taking us home and stuff. We could always like do the filming then when we're in John. Oh, but you want Chris there too, don't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we're all kind of like riding down Chris's Street, but we're pretending we're all of a sudden in, where Massasoit is and all that shit. It's kind of trust me, you'll see when I'm going with it. It's just like. I have a tight idea with this. I know what to do. So we got this. We got this.
Like I can't wait for like, and I've been kind of thinking about when the show's actually gonna come back. I'm thinking possibly September 8th because that's like around the time because we'll be back. I'll be back because when do you start the 6th as well?
Yes.
So I was thinking we started on the 6th, and then we started on this September 6th. Okay. I think we have to. No, not 6th, the 8th. The 8th. I messed up. The September 8th, Friday, September 8th.
Yeah.
But let's see what they think about it first. I'm assuming they'll be cool with it. It's not like they're gonna say no. So,
fair enough.
Because I think one of my classes is like is a 1 o'clock.
We're only doing this once a week too, right? Unless it's like a pay-per-view prediction.
Yep, and then I obviously have to announce that on Mondays, pay-per-view review. Since we're going to be doing the review for the pay-per-views the following Monday, I won't be able to be on the show because Mondays, my schedule is really weird. I have like classes because I have biology, which goes from 1 o'clock to like 1:50, and then I have the lab itself. It goes from like 2:55 to like 3. I can't really explain it because I don't have my schedule in front of me, but pretty much I can't do the show Monday, so pretty much I wouldn't. Like it kind of sucks, but I can't do the.
John would be the host, and me and Chris would be there, and then we would. I mean, you could be there after your lab, couldn't you?
No, my lab's over at like 4:50.
Right. Yeah, so you're kind of fun.
So I have to do the pay-per-view reviews solo.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you would have to, and then we'd give the rest of our opinion and shit.
I'll probably try to show up for like the Survivor Series one though. That would be one I'll show up for.
Yeah, fair enough. And I think we should write down our freaking pay-per-view predictions beforehand, so that way we can just immediately assume.
Well, we always did that. But the one good thing is we finally have like a system that works. Because remember we dedicated like a whole episode trying to decide how we're gonna decide the fate of the act.
Yeah. I still watch those, man. Those are fucking funny.
So
another thing that we might be doing, and this is something we can talk about because this is the first time bringing this up to you. But remember how I said I was going to do these montage of the Aftershock corner?
Yeah, we had talked about it like.
That will now be done.
So like, what are you gonna do? Like the whole, like all the seasons and like mash them all into like
all,
the best.
all funny bits from every episode.
Oh yeah, I feel like we should all have an input.
I'll narrow it down, and it probably won't just be one. You know what it won't be? It won't just be one fucking piece. It will be a multitude of like all these montages of funny clips. I might even get started on that tonight. Sheep hint, wink, wink. But it's basically we're gonna release montage after montage after montage type of thing. I think it's fun. I think it's a kind of a
Yeah,
because like we wanted to do that anyway, and obviously shit. And
it's gonna be. Well, I think what happened though too is we were all so busy with school because I remember I was bugging you about it before and you were too busy like back then to do it too. So
yes.
So.
And these will also include the Massasoit Wrestling Corner clips. These will be all on the same lines. It's all the same thing. This is like pre-Aftershock Corner and Aftershock Corner.
Yeah.
So that's what we'll be doing. We'll do all of those clips, all of those funny bits that will be coming through.
That's gonna be because there's a lot of funny clips in there. Because it's gonna be easier than like having to go watch an episode and find that certain moment you want to find within that episode, and then you have to like remember where it is in the episode.
Yes. Oh, but this is gonna be so good. I can't wait to be back. Like just working on this shit again. I feel alive again. I don't feel like I have anything holding me back right now. And I'm full guns blazing coming back. Not only on my studies and school, but just the time I do have will be dedicated to you guys and other shit that I do. It's gonna be good to be back in the swing of things. It almost feels like I never left. You know?
Yeah.
Freaking insane. I mean, obviously, my views of the world have probably changed a great deal, but you know, other than that,
and then it's gonna be.
I gotta go tea.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, you gotta go tea. Yeah.
I gotta go.
Was your haircut? Was your haircut before when you were on the channel months ago? Don't know if it was.
I believe it was, but I don't even. It probably grew out again. Like exponentially. Probably because like.
I gotta admit too. When you first, it's still really weird to see it with the short hair. Mainly because too, I've only like really like we were only really close when you had the long hair and stuff. So.
Yeah. Back when I thought the jean jacket home was like was the shit because no one else was doing it. Now I know why. I want to die.
That was awful. The Holly Davidson stuff.
I mean, well, I still might wear the jacket, man, but jeez, man, the long hair. I mean, if I'm gonna do long hair like that, I mean, granted, I don't have a bad head of hair.
Oh no.
But it's just. I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll look better now because I kind of fit the look. But then again, I look better with a sleeveless vest than I do a jean jacket. Like I've been wearing a sleeveless vest.
Especially too, because like there would be times too, like there would be like remember that pink stain you got like on your jean jacket too.
Oh yeah, because of the fruit punch. The fruit punch.
I don't think you washed it off.
Didn't I spill a drink on the corner too at one point? I spilled a fucking drink mid-show. Oh God!
I really wish you were on the episode where Steve kicked the table.
That was so. Dude, when I saw that fucking thing, I pissed myself laughing so bad. That was so funny.
It's even better. It was even better like once it happened.
Like he was trying to act so cool and
No, like, here's how he acts. He's like, Smog Slater, he kicks the table. He starts laughing. He's like, Steve Steiner.
And then he just has the awkward turtle face. He's like, Steve Steiner.
We watched that clip like literally like 20 times after it happened.
You know, by the way, have you kept the whole let's tell a story bit, or is that not a thing anymore?
That wasn't really a thing anymore. We didn't have as many stories anymore.
Really? Really? It got that boring after I left?
Well, it wasn't boring, but like I think we didn't have. It was just we did maybe we'll win it back, but I think because we did the I think because it was because we were actually liking because the show would be like 2 hours. I bet we could do it now. He's probably gonna kill me if he sees this, but obviously Ori. I think when it got to the point where Ori would be on the show, and the show would be we were trying to like make the show a sort of, because when he's on the show like lasts forever because he talks forever.
Yeah, and he gives like 15 million fucking nicknames. Yes, I'm aware. But he's not there anymore, is he? Does he appear on the show from time to time?
No, we haven't. No, because
he left.
He was in that because he was still in that bull crap.
Right. Not
So
anymore. Is he going to do it? Will he appear as like a guest episode? By the way, I feel kind of bad because it's like he was the one that created the concept, wasn't he?
What?
Ori, right? He came up with the concept. So he was technically the creator, and then you were like the one that was like, yeah, that's a really good idea. We'll do it on, and he's like, yeah, let's do it on your channel. So
I did feel like
we got it.
I always feel
as created by Ori Dre, Owen Finch, JHebertSide production or something like that.
Yeah, I did feel
like in the intro itself.
I did feel bad about, like, I always felt bad that we left him out of it. But it's, you gotta remember too, he doesn't have his license and stuff either. So it's like, you know, he can't really just, who's he gonna get to really bring him there and stuff? So it's, and we're not gonna go get him because what's the point of leaving and coming back? So it's like,
especially going all the way to fucking Stoughton.
Yeah, so.
And he could easily go and take the bat, but man, I don't know.
He was never on it though, like, as much though when he was there too, because he was working and stuff. So that was a factor in itself. So it's not like.
But Ori will never be the creator of the Aftershock corner, definitely.
Yeah. We've always given
him coming up with the idea that show wouldn't even be a thing. That the intro wouldn't have been a thing. Like the logo, which is fucking sick looking, wouldn't have been a thing.
Yeah, he gets his props. If he didn't come over from my house for WrestleMania that night, because we did like a WrestleMania review like that night, then he came up with the concept, and then it happened.
And then I think like day after WrestleMania 31, that's when it all spiraled. You know, so we're reminiscing old members, right? You remember Draven, man?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he was so funny. I fucking miss him so much. Draven, if you're ever watching this, bro, we fucking miss you. Like, show up one day. If you want to show up on Google Hangout, we'll do this show live. Just so you can be on legit. Like, I don't even care about the intro or anything. As long as we can have you on live, that'd be fucking cool.
I still remember, I watched the episode like a few days ago. Remember the episode where he forgot to come to school?
That was so funny. Yeah.
And he was just like, and then you were like, hey, Draven, did you forget somebody? And he was like, what do you mean?
It's great, man. I love Draven. Draven was a fucking great addition.
Let's be honest, too. When he was off, like, because after the first season, when he was off for season 2, he was definitely missed because he was the one that was keeping us on topic.
Oh, my God, yeah. And not even just that, but he was funny. I remember the one of the clips I'm going to be doing is going to be the one with the internet. Remember, I was trying to come up with a team name for Cesaro and Kid, and I was about to say international or no, I think it was a team between Kid and Gabriel. I think because I never came up with
no, it was Kid and Cesaro.
It was Kid and Cesaro. I was trying to call them international. What was it? forget now, but it was international something. But as I'm saying, I get to the international part, and Draven cuts me off and says House of Pancakes, and we just die. It was fucking great.
I still remember when he just went off on Byron Saxton.
Called him a coon, bro. He called him a coon.
And then
It's so good.
I still remember his reaction when you were when you were mimicking Stone Cold Steve Austin and doing the what shit. He lost his.
That was the best. Like, early Aftershock quarter was the best shit. Like, season 1 and 2
Let's be honest,
are the best fucking seasons ever.
Because in the first season, like, because it was our first time doing it, I feel like we knew what we were doing, but in a sense, we had no clue what we were doing.
Yeah. Oh my god. Hey, you remember when Stone Cold Steve Austin, Stone Steve Austin, and the Ringmaster? How come they're never in the same room together? It's so stupid. It's great. Like,
we still
fun memories, man. I still thought about those.
We still think about them too. Like we're like oh, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of like a most recent, like whose name has just recently got shortened. I'm trying to remember. Like right now, Elias. How come Elias and Elias Sampson aren't in the same room?
Yeah, Elias just like came out of nowhere, but Elias.
Well, how come TJP and TJ Perkins aren't in the same room together? Oh, I know why they're not in the same room together, because Vince McMahon didn't like the restaurant called Perkins.
What is fucking wrong? Like, he didn't like it, the restaurant, or just the fact that there was a name called Perkins for a restaurant?
I think he didn't like the restaurant, from what I hear. So I guess we had a conversation about this last. Oh wait, but it didn't make air, did it?
Jesus Christ!
I always like think about it too.
Company is run by a goddamn man-child.
No, I have a question though. Do you ever notice, by the way, that whatever word Vince McMahon doesn't like, for example, he doesn't like the word briefcase, or he doesn't like the word belt, or he doesn't like the word wrestling. It feels like if he doesn't like that word, nobody else is allowed to say that word.
Because he's a man-child, Owen. Because we got a goddamn man-child running a goddamn company, because he doesn't want to use similes, even though that's what you're supposed to do in a fucking business.
I can just picture
he never wants to grow up is the problem.
I can just picture like the backstage meeting about it. I don't like the word I don't like the word belt. Let's just get that word out of my company. I don't like that word.
Is because it's like he's talking about the belt line for pants or something. That was his reasoning. No, it's not a belt. It's a championship title. And I mean, I can somewhat agree with that.
Yeah, that one I can agree
with. But what if you just call it a title belt?
Yeah. It's so weird too, because I'm watching GFW Impact Wrestling and stuff, and they say belt, so it's like, oh yeah, I forget they used to call these things belts.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can understand actually why you wouldn't call them belts, but like you could call them a title belt.
Well, if you think about it, what if you think about
title belts? It's 2 words. Oh well.
Then if you think,
no, it's much. But let's call it a title. I mean, I guess you could just say title. But I don't know.
If you think,
by the way, how come title and title belts aren't in the same room together?
But if you think about it too, though, GFW is calling it belt, WWE is calling it title. What company's in a better state right now? WWE.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't be right now, but the reason why they are is because they have a fucking network. They're really not as good. I mean, they're just
WWE.
Like the difference between WWE, like there's really no differences. Impact Wrestling is shit, Raw is shit, and SmackDown, because they have 2 shows as opposed to 1. Most of the time, anyway. You'll have your few gems here and there with the shows, and their pay-per-views usually deliver most of the time, at least a good 65
I don't think
65 to 75% of the time.
The SmackDown ones have been crap lately.
Yeah, lately, yes. fucking Battleground was a piece of shit. But as I said, 65-75% of the time their pay-per-views are gone. Really, the only difference between TNA and, or I'm sorry, GFW and fucking WWE is TNA has 4 pay-per-views and it doesn't have a network.
It doesn't even have 4 pay-per-views, actually.
Otherwise, they're the exact same fucking thing.
No, it doesn't even have 4 pay-per-views. It only has 2 now.
Mm.
It's Slammiversary. Yeah, it's that bad.
They really, that's fucking horrendous. But really, it's gotten that bad, huh? They don't even have fucking Destination X's pay-per-view anymore.
That's a TV show now. I got the notification from the YouTube channel that Matt Sydal was facing Lashley at Destination X. Do they still have that like stipulate?
It's such a fucking mismatch.
You probably don't even know, but
I mean,
they still have?
I would like to see, like, honestly though, low key want to see a shooting star press be countered into a spear. But actually, I might watch that match just to see if this happens.
Speaking of which, I don't know if you heard.
I want to see that little pothead runt get fucking slammed by that fucking Lashley.
Just a question I have: is Loki a hitman now? It looks like because I don't know if you know he wrestles like a hitman.
Yeah, well, I mean, guess where he got the fucking gimmick from? Hitman Blood Money.
I was about to say that, yeah.
Yeah, he is literally Agent 47 in TNA. It's so dumb, dude.
You know what the funny thing is? I couldn't imagine wrestling.
Dumb.
I couldn't imagine wrestling in a tuxedo like that. Like that would be like, you know, like he can move to be
very well, yeah, in a tuxedo. I don't know why he wears a tuxedo, though. I mean, then again, I can't talk. I mean, no, actually, I can't. Why doesn't he just wear the suit jacket, obviously, come down to the ring, then take the suit jacket off, and then his sleeves are cut, at least?
Yeah.
Like, at least look the part that you're wrestling. Like, he just looks like... He looks so weird. Wrestling
I know.
Suit. I guess you have to be different. I don't know.
It is different, yeah. The only thing I've enjoyed...
So I shouldn't complain for wanting different and then getting something different and then not liking it, because then I'm a hypocrite, apparently. But I don't know. I mean, if it were me, I would have cut the sleeves. It still looks different than what a lot of people are wearing. You know what?
But yeah, let's...
Why the fuck is D'Angelo De Niro not wrestling? Why is he on the commentary booth?
He's awful on commentary. I don't know if you heard his
commentary. I don't understand. Why doesn't he just wrestle? I
still listen to his theme song sometime of Elijah Burke when he was in WWE.
That was a badass song. I really like that song. I'm a professional. Don't deal with amateurs.
What was the name of that? I forget his name off the top of my head, but what was the name of that? Sylvester Turkey, that big guy he like wrestled.
Mr. Turkey, fucking stupid ass MMA fighter, tried to be wrestler and looked green as goose shit.
Didn't they like wrestle like in a tag match at ECW December to Dismember?
Oh my god, I hate that paper. Can we not talk about that paper?
I was just trying to reminisce good old times of Sylvester Turkey.
I'd rather go back to talking about Draven than his fucking antics on the show.
I still remember when you left for like one episode, you gave like this depressing speech about you leaving, and then you were coming back the next episode. You and Chris were gonna act like you hated each other, and you can't. And then you come.
You know, that was the funny thing, is because by that point, it wasn't even because I helped the bullshit. I won't mention name, but I really did not like WWE at that point. I hated it. It was bad. It was bad in 2015. I mean, it was fucking.
Yeah, it was bad.
Everyone's like 1995 was the best year. No, 2017 was the best year as far as product wise. They lost more money in 1995, but at least their product was bearable to watch. You can't say the same for WWE in 2015. Oh my God. It was horrendous. And by the way, hasn't fucking improved with the brand split. In fact, they actually somehow made it worse.
They were doing pretty well though for a little
For
bit
a
of
little
time.
bit, and then they're just like, nope.
After WrestleMania, they like fell off the face of the. I still think that the WWE got upset that SmackDown was better than Raw and fucked over
Purge
SmackDown.
them? Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Like I don't even think
That's
it's like
exactly what happened.
I don't even think it's
Which
an
is,
opinion
which is
anymore.
probably part of the reason why they want to put Raw and SmackDown on the USA Network, so that way they can end the brand split and they don't have to do that bullshit anymore. Which is fucking stupid in a way, but I think the funny thing is, like, that you knew they did not care about the brand split because of the way the fucking shit was structured.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm probably gonna redo the whole brand split eventually. I'm going to restart that series again. And first off, 2 weeks before the brand split, let us not forget who got released. 2 names in particular: Cody Rhodes, Damian Sandow, and a plethora of other talent. Let's not forget this. Let's not forget this. They released a lot of fucking talent. It was ridiculous. Like, it was actually uncomfortable how much good talent they released.
That's why I thought the brand split at the time was like a bad idea, because I'm like, they don't have the roster to do that because they released all the good talent that they had.
Yeah, and it was depressing. So I was like, I would have never done that. If I know I'm doing a brand split, I would not fucking release these guys.
It's not. Let's be honest though. Cody Rhodes wanted to leave though. That's you got to remember that. So you can't really like keep someone working if you don't want them to work. I
would have had all the women go on to Raw and all the cruiserweights go on to SmackDown. I would have had a tag team division on Raw and called it the World Tag Title Division, and then you had an International Tag Title Division on SmackDown, kind of building off that whole cruiserweight like international vibe. And then I'd have the Intercontinental title on SmackDown, WWE title on SmackDown. I'd have the Universal and US title on
Raw.
Because here's what you have just done by doing exactly what I just did, right? If this is me structuring it, right? You have your Coke, or no, you have your Pepsi, and you have your Mountain Dew. You have 2 completely different brands of flavor. You have the wrestling show on SmackDown. You have the sports entertainment show for Raw. And not just like a half-assed version of it. I mean, we're talking full-on, complete, like, structure, well-thought-out brand split. And you get 2 different shows. And then you're pleasing 2 audiences as opposed to 1 audience.
I like that. You pretty much did Adam's idea. The only difference you did was you didn't have you split the tag teams. What's really a lot of his book is like what doesn't make sense about it was is in that video he said, well, I'm not going to have the WWE Championship float between both brands because it won't work. But yet he has the tag team division going. So the tag team.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, like that wouldn't work. If you're going to do a brand split, you got to be committed. And if that means requiring, a couple new belts, for another tag team division, then so be it. It beats making a whole nother tag team. It beats making a whole nother women's division and then a cruiserweight division that's going to go fucking nowhere. Like, seriously, does anyone really give a fuck about the women's division on SmackDown? I'm sorry, I don't.
The only thing I
really don't. Like, once Alexa Bliss left, that women's division's been shit.
Yeah.
And I love Natalya, but, cool, she's getting an opportunity, long overdue, finally. But it's just, I don't care enough. I just don't care enough.
Carmella like is never on TV too, and she's the Miss Money in the Bank contract holder, and she's like never on TV.
The worst choice, by the way, for her to win be the first one. It should have been Charlotte. I can't even believe I'm saying that. It should have been Charlotte. So I don't know.
Actually, technically, she wasn't the first one that won. It was technically James Ellsworth won.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Women's Revolution. Yeah.
And a man won the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yep. Welcome to Vince. Welcome to Vince.
And you know what? I can see.
Welcome to Vince's Candyland.
You know what I can see happening too? To show like this is the women's revolution, Carmella will fail her cash in.
Oh my god.
Could you see that happen?
I swear that happens. I fucking flip every table I see and I'm done.
Actually,
Because that's so pointless then. What the hell was the point of even having the fucking women's Money in the Bank match in the first place if you were just going to treat it like that?
actually, I mean, would you laugh though somewhat?
I probably would, honestly. Then I'd probably be in a fit of rage. Because it's just like, oh, look, another waste of time. Why would I be in such rage? I shouldn't be in a rage about that. I should probably teach myself not to be so ragey. Because I should expect this from them now, you would think.
Can I tell you what the funny thing is? There kind of is equality. Because usually whoever gets the Money in the Bank contract holder goes on a huge losing streak. And at least they did that with Carmella. They treated her just like a man Money in the Bank. Just like a male holding the Money in the Bank contract. She never wins any of her matches. That's equality. That's equality right there.
Positivity.
I bet that. Can you imagine somebody saying that? We do treat our male like the females. We're not having Carmella win any of her matches, even though she's the Money in the Bank contract holder either.
Yeah, and they wonder why Sandow didn't fucking get over when he was Money in the Bank. Anyway, oh jeez, man, I don't even know. It's so stupid.
You know what the funny thing? I make jokes about it, but
you know what the funny thing about it? I remember when he split from The Miz, and the first thing that put me on the map on YouTube was my very first custom Titantron was the Damien Sandow custom.
Yeah, I remember that. Like a lot of people watched
before he turned on Miz, and then everyone flocked over to that video. That's how you use the algorithm before it's a thing, by the way.
Yeah. Good thing you didn't do it for. By the way, where's the Kona Reeves one?
Asshole.
I feel so bad. I feel so bad for Kona Reeves because he's not even.
Can I be honest with you? I'd prefer Kona Reeves be the Indian fucking native champion than Jinder fucking Mahal.
But the only problem is nobody.
No. Being serious for a minute, I actually would have preferred him.
He's got an intimidating look to him. I'll definitely say that.
He's got an intimidating look to him. He's not that bad on the mic. He actually has everything going for him. You wanted an Indian-like star, even though he's Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Hello? And the guy's not great at goose shit either. He's been there for a few fucking years.
The only thing he doesn't have good going for him is that no one's going to save him.
Thinking about it now, I might advocate for Kona Reeves as WWE champ now. Anybody better than Jinder Mahal.
Yeah. So, by the way, obviously, I know you heard. Did you hear who's facing him for the title on at SummerSlam?
Shinsuke, I heard.
He beat Cena clean.
I was very shocked.
I guess
when I heard that he lost clean on TV, I was like, wow.
I think the reason they did.
You know what they're doing though. I mean, as soon as Shinsuke will win the belt, but then Corbin's going to cash in on him. That's exactly what's going to happen.
As long as it at this point, I'm just going to be honest. As long as the belt's off Jinder by SummerSlam, I don't care.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. I'd rather a Corbin Shinsuke promo.
Yeah.
Or program. And I'd rather see eventually Shinsuke and Styles for the belt at Mania, God willing.
I did listen to the podcast that he did with Edge, like the clip where he talks about like how he wants.
They need to put AJ and Owens on the main event
At SummerSlam.
And you know what? Yes. No, not on SummerSlam, but just they need to start transitioning them back into the main event. All right. AJ needs to be back. Owens needs to be back. And I'm sorry, but Randy Orton needs to be relegated to the mid card. I'm sorry. You fucking kill. You know what? Kiss my ass if you think otherwise. This dude. First off, it's not that he's bad. It's just that if you're going to have him in, the reason why people don't like Randy Orton is because of the same thing that is happening with Roman Reigns. They book him in shit situations where he doesn't fucking get over.
Jinder Mahal is the biggest example.
Yeah. Oh my God, this feud's been fucking terrible. Why not just keep the belt on Wyatt? It's so stupid to me that if this is what you were going to do, then it never should have fucking happened. It's terrible. He's the worst champion of all time. Jinder,
yeah.
Worst feud of the year, in my book. This is the worst feud of the year. I don't even care. Like, it was so uninteresting. It's so unoriginal. It's just, I don't give a shit. I don't care that Bob Orton Sr. got involved. I don't care. I just don't care. Get this fucking belt off Jinder. Put Orton down in the mid card. Because if you're not going to have him in major storylines that make any sense whatsoever, at least put him in the mid card, because Randy Orton's that good of a fucking workhorse that he can at least get some of the talent over, like a Mike Kanellis, like a Chad Gable, like fucking like a Rusev, any of those guys. Put him in the ring with him for the Intercontinental belt, or I'm sorry, United States belt. Just get him away. Get him and Jinder away from the main event scene. And God, please don't have Jinder anywhere near Orton. Have Orton kill him, send him off TV for a few weeks, and fuck it. Have him team with Rusev again for all I care. Just get him away. Please. That's all I ask. That's what I do. If I was running SmackDown now, that's exactly what I do.
The thing that kind of sucks too is Randy Orton, when he came back from injury, was probably like he was red hot when he came back because he'd been off TV for so long.
Yeah.
And
then they have him literally job out to Lesnar by getting knocked out, bloodied, and pulverized.
And then they have him have that.
What a damper end to a damper pay-per-view that was, eh?
You know what's weird about it too is that match. I don't even know, but they could have I've always said like Randy Orton could have had like a good like comeback tour. Like I'm not saying beat Brock Lesnar, but come close to it, and then you have him do a stint on SmackDown. I really would. And like if you wanted to have him win the Rumble, then fine. I have a feeling they had him win the Rumble because they had him get his ass kicked by Brock Lesnar. That was like a makeup for him because he got his ass kicked by Lesnar in his comeback. I don't even get why he won the Rumble because he like literally won the Rumble and then he was jobbed out to Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, and then like not even just that, it's like out of all the people, like I think about it now. Giving the belt to Wyatt that soon was a mistake. Honestly, if it were me, I would have had. I even said in hindsight when it happened, like Wyatt's probably going to win the belt, but he shouldn't. He should go for the Intercontinental belt first, and then Joe should. Like I said, Joe should be the one to win the Rumble. It should be a program between Joe and Styles for the WWE title, and Joe's the WWE champion. Bray Wyatt wrecked shop as Intercontinental Champion, and then you have Intercontinental Champion versus WWE Champion for SummerSlam this year. By the way, I'm not saying that this main event for SummerSlam is bad at all. It's actually really good, and it's actually makes sense.
I'm looking forward to that match.
I'm actually looking forward to that match because it's going to be brutal as shit. Because Lesnar, Strowman, Reigns, and Joe are all in that match, so you know it's going to be good, and you know it's going to be very interesting what happens. God, please don't give the belt to fucking Roman. Oh, my head's going to explode if Roman gets the belt, and I feel like they're going to do it. I just have that nagging thing. Like,
I'm really hoping that either Braun Strowman or Samoa Joe wins the title. Mainly Strowman. I want Strowman the most out of any of them. I mean,
by the way, John Jones. I think it's John Jones, right? Jones. Yeah, John Jones or Brock Lesnar. Who do you got? I have to go with Lesnar, but I really want Jones.
I'd probably say Brock.
Just because of Jones's comeback story. Like, Jones is right there. By the way, did you see the last UFC fight?
No, I didn't.
You should. Daniel Cormier versus John Jones, just the story of that whole thing. Research it up. It's actually really good. You can't write this shit. That's the funny thing, and they have, like, better stories in UFC than in WWE.
And they're not even supposed to be that way.
So bad. It's just, that's horrendous. Like, UFC's is actually in a reality, and it's better than the reality era.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that? Like, it's so bad.
But anyhow, let's...
The stupidest thing, right? Let's talk about the booking of Lesnar. Won his fight against Mark Hunt, even though it was steroid up. Beats the shit out of Randy Orton. Gets destroyed by Goldberg. Not that I had a problem with it at the time because...
I know you didn't, because we got into a debate about it.
Because honestly, if it had just been a one and done thing, whatever. But then he got eliminated at the Royal Rumble. I'm like, dude, you're dumb enough to fall for this twice. You're really making it look bad. It was actually realistic to me because it's like, it doesn't matter how old the guy is. If you take your opponent for granted in real life, most likely they'll kick your ass. That happened with Ivan Arlovsky when he returned into the UFC.
But it wasn't even believable.
He fought a young guy and he kicked his ass because he didn't take him seriously. So I understood where they were going. And in wrestling,
it wasn't believable the way it is.
Reality. And I know, like, the whole contradictory thing to my whole reality thing. This is my thing. If you did it as a one-and-done thing, and then have Brock Lesnar at least do this whole thing where he's saying, I'm going to redeem this loss and look like a fucking badass and not look like a schmuck at the Rumble, and then have him win at WrestleMania the way he did, then this wouldn't be an issue. Obviously, the problem goes back to, again, creative. I think that they fucked it up because booking of Lesnar basically was, yeah, okay, he lost one time to Goldberg, but it should have been kind of like a fluke win because Lesnar didn't take him seriously. But then he would take him seriously after this, and then you would have gotten a more destructive beast where he's just laying waste to everyone, like Goldberg would, and then you get the monster mash type of fucking altercation.
And then you also have...
You can still have Goldberg eliminate him by some, like, fluke. You know what I mean? But it shouldn't be like Goldberg spears him again, tosses him out. Like, that was the problem. The problem wasn't Survivor Series. The problem was the Rumble. The problem was the booking before the Rumble. Just everything about the way they booked him after this loss was fucking god-awful.
No, here's what if you wanted to have that loss, I mean, we can debate about that all day, but we're not going to debate about it. What should have happened was Lesnar should have eliminated him at the Royal Rumble and just beat the crap out of him. even eliminate himself just so that way he can eliminate Goldberg.
Or even if
I
you
quite
wanted
frankly
to,
don't care.
or even if you wanted to do the fluke elimination with Goldberg, then at that very same instance, have Lesnar come back, eliminate him, and kick the shit out of him all over the arena.
Yeah.
That's what you do at that point. But no,
because what happened is all he did was he just walked off like a chump.
it was so stupid, dude.
Actually, what should have happened is Lesnar actually kicks the crap out of him, eliminates him, and then you have him get eliminated by like Taker or something right afterwards. But he still beats on Goldberg or something.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
All he
Anyway,
cares.
we've been on a tangent. We completed the update a long time ago. Do you want to kind of end this stream? And
Oh wait, well we didn't say some other things. Obviously, too, we're going to be bringing back because we didn't say it. We're going to bring back actually, it's only coming back because I've been doing it on my own. We're gonna
revamp it. Is what's happening. We're revamping the Retro Wrestling Review series. I already got in touch with Logan about it, by the way. Logan from Slam Pigs Podcast, which, by the way, you guys should totally check out. It's on Hibiki TMD's channel. And hopefully Travis, if he's up for it. Us four, once I get in contact with Travis, if not, it will be you, me, and Logan. We'll all do the Retro Wrestling Review series by watching the pay-per-view all together live. So the pay-per-view we select from the Retro series, we'll be watching all together on a live stream, on a live hangout, and we're talking as if, it's a normal day. Like, it's kind of like hanging out with friends, except on Google Hangout.
Because it's easier than just like watching the show and then edit it and like doing bits and pieces of the video, editing it after each match and stuff. It takes forever. It might be better to do it this way. And afterwards, I was thinking too, like we gotta give like our quick thoughts after the show is over about what we thought about it, what matches we liked and stuff.
Yeah, it's basically like a low rent OSW review podcast, but in a very different form because it's not edited. It's very much live and just our reactions to the pay-per-view as it's going on.
And I'll still be talking about like how the match was set up and where both competitors went from that match.
As the entrances are going on, because it makes the most sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it just it makes more sense to do it that way.
But we're not going to say where they went after the entrances are going on, because the match, probably like after the match is over and after they post and wins and stuff.
Yes. Yeah, true.
And obviously we'll do style ratings too for each match.
Yes. Yeah, very much so.
And then obviously too, at some point this week, that all depends on him when he watches the shows. We're going to come back on here and do a 205 live review and an NXT review for this week.
Yep.
Should we do that? Like, should we combine those videos into one, or should we just do separate?
Yeah. We'll combine those videos into one just to do it.
Because it's like 205 live is like they're both really like it just makes sense to combine them into one. I will say this for 205 live, I'm not gonna really without giving anything away. It's not a terrible show, but it's not. It's about none of them really are. So.
It's such a shame. Where the fuck did we go with that show?
Actually, I would say
I'll talk about that when we do that stream.
But I would say maybe the most memorable. Maybe the most memorable one though would be the one when Austin Aries debuted. Maybe. But I can't. But now I
not released, so it's like, oh, such a shame.
Yeah. So now I kind of look at it like that. Maybe everything that like. The one memorable match I remember was when Rich Swann won the Cruiserweight title.
Yeah.
Because that was awesome.
That was.
And when.
Do you want to know the funny thing? Have you seen Austin Aries' new look?
Yeah.
Does not look like Pitbull. He really.
I did hear like.
Looks like a mini.
I'm not sure if this is a rumor or not, but I did hear that he's trying to up like his weight limit so he can come back and like not be a cruiserweight anymore. But that might be a rumor. I don't see him. I don't really see him going back.
Is that really what it comes down to?
I told Chris.
I actually can believe that.
I think I told Chris this
Maybe,
though. That is
so then
Cody.
maybe that's not. Maybe that's why he wasn't released.
I thought he was released.
Like maybe he wasn't, and they just made it as if he actually was. Now that he mentioned it, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Maybe.
Mm.
And maybe
I will
that's
say
why
this
he
though.
adopted it. But look, I don't know though, man. Did it
It
really
seems
have
like
to come
it's
down? Did it have to come down to a fucking he has to get bigger than 205?
yeah. I told
It's
Chris.
just so stupid to me.
I told Chris too. Like he would have been better off coming in when there was no cruiserweight division. I'm not saying that the cruiserweight division is bad, but it hindered
Oh
where.
no, it's bad. It's
But
fucking terrible.
it hindered it hint because he should have come in probably like 2011.
It wouldn't have been terrible actually. See, the funny thing is, if they did what I said they did and put the cruiserweight division on SmackDown, the thing about it is they would have already had the star power, because then they would have got more cruiserweights to join in that show. The problem is the writing was on the wall, and so the people that were smart and knew their stock and how good they were didn't join the division. Kota Ibushi, Zack Sabre Jr., Raul Mendoza, all those guys would not come in. The ones that people wanted to actually see in there, they didn't come in. And also thinking about it now, I mean, Andrews, he doesn't want to be in the division. He's not begging to be a part of the cruiserweight division.
He's
You
in
don't
the
see him
UK.
doing that.
He's in the
He's in
UK
the UK
division.
division. He'd rather be there because it's better booked. But if it was on SmackDown and they did it like the way I said, Kota Ibushi would have signed, Raul Mendoza would have signed, Zack Sabre Jr. would have signed, and they would have had enough star power to get guys like Perkins over, to get guys, and it wouldn't have just been the Brian Kendrick and Rich Swann and Neville carrying the fucking division on their back, and then Austin Aries
I
later
wouldn't even.
on. Then the division would have been exciting. Then you wouldn't even need 205 Live. You wouldn't even need that fucking show. You would have such a depth version of that roster that you could possibly get that people would be so psyched to see. Like the combinations I can think of off the top of my head if they did it like this. A Kota Ibushi. Could you imagine people seeing a Kota Ibushi Austin Aries match? A Kota
I would have
Ibushi.
let.
Like, and then Aries, if you'd have made it important, you could have done this whole option C option. Another way to make guys relevant in the top card. When they did it in TNA, it could work in WWE. Because that's when I got back into TNA, was when Aries created option C and won the belt. You know, that if you did this would be huge, and that cruiserweight division would be booming with guys right now. The problem is they fucked up royally. And also, they did not book the cruiserweight division like WCW booked theirs.
Yeah.
You know, it should be the first match of every show. It should be like, awesome, welcome to the show. Pyro goes off, and then when they have pyro, and then out comes the cruiserweights, and then you get your high-flying action right off the bat, and you're hyped up for the rest of the show.
Except Drew Gulak, he don't like that. He doesn't like that type of stuff.
I hate Drew Gulak. I gotta be honest. I think he was better as the Gladiator in Evolve, man. He was a monster in Evolve, man. He is not someone to fuck around with.
Oh, I agree, but like
he would have been could you imagine if Zack Sabre Jr. I really like the match between him and Zack Sabre Jr.
Me too.
Those two kicked the shit out of each other. Holy fucking shit.
But anyhow, yeah, so 205 Live is not very memorable. It's not necessarily bad. NXT is really good.
I figured.
Because it's building up to TakeOver. They actually know how to build up to TakeOver.
Are they building up to the team that I really want to be a team of Danny Burch and Oni Lurkin?
They weren't on the show this week.
They weren't on the show? Fuck. Really want to see that team up, dude. That match they had and that little subtle hint that they could be teaming got me marking out so bad. And
but two questions you could.
but it's just it looks such like a promising team.
2 questions you can answer for me though, if you have answers for them. What the hell is going on with the UK division? I hear like none of the guys are signed to contracts.
Actually, I think they're trying to. I think they're trying to make a UK only show, and I think
They've been saying that for months.
I think they're doing. I think they're going to get the rights to ICW, and I think ICW is going to be on the network. That's what I think is happening.
I do like. I think even though the UK division is like never on and stuff, I think it's being booked better than the cruiserweights ever were because they went to NXT first instead of Raw. And then obviously another question is where the hell is Eric Young been? Because he hasn't been on the TV show the past few weeks.
Good question. Couldn't tell you, actually. I do.
Like
I do know this. I know that they are creating another belt soon, relatively soon, and it's going to be like a mid-card belt for guys that won't get like a real shot at like the world title. So I assume like guys like Hideo Itami and Roderick Strong and what would have been a Ty Dillinger if they didn't fucking hot shot him to the fucking main roster like they did. Considering they're doing jack and shit with Ty right now.
I like the idea.
Why the fuck didn't they just put him in the cruiserweight division? The perfect 10 as the cruiserweight champion. That shit doesn't write money. But nope.
I don't know.
I'm not smart though, right?
I feel like it feels like they just want the division that they signed like originally. They don't want to expand the division too because you have Kalisto on Raw and he's not even in the cruiserweight division.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Oh, by the way, I don't think Tony. There's no way. No one's going to convince me. By the way, that Tony Nese is 205. I don't think he's 205. There's no way he is.
Well, I mean, you could say the same thing about Neville, but dude looks fucking. Both of those dudes are built like brick shit houses. It's fucking ridiculous. Like what? They're 205.
Whether the cruiserweight division was good or not, the one thing I would not get rid of at all is Neville's heel line because that's been the best work he's done in years.
Yeah, but then like who's actually going to get the belt off him?
Well, if you have your cruiserweight division, you have people who could.
Yeah. Aries, Zack Sabre, Kota Ibushi.
The only problem is you wouldn't.
And if you don't have any of those guys beat him, you just make him a very good heel at that point, and people would take him more seriously.
Yeah. And then anyhow, what else?
And I can imagine a more serious feud between him and T.J. Perkins at that point if the division was booked better. Because then
I feel like they should have like.
To me, T.J. Perkins could have been booked like, you know how they did this whole Brian Kendrick and T.J. Perkins storyline?
Yeah.
Why didn't they do it like Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio back in like WCW?
I actually was like, I kind of wish they didn't just blow away that cruiserweight title match on 205 Live. I wish they had built up to it. Like you could still do the Akira Tozawa feud, but I would have had TJP still be aligned with them, and then eventually finally get sick of like doing all this dirty work like he was, and say I took care of all your problems. I want my cruiserweight title match, and then you make the match at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Cruiserweight title match.
I will say it again, and I'll say it 100 times. I don't think Akira Tozawa makes any fit for the Titus brand whatsoever. He looks so out of place. I don't care.
I know you didn't.
Friend.
I don't know if you didn't watch Raw this week, obviously, but they had a 6-man tag team match, and Cedric Alexander was there with Apollo Crews. With Titus O'Neil, and I'm like, how did they not see that?
What, like they're with Apollo? Like what? Like as just
because they did
facing each other in a
no, like I botched. So they did a 6-man tag team match. It was Akira Tozawa, Cedric Alexander, Rich Swann with Titus O'Neil in the corner, and they faced Alia Daivari, Tony Nese, and TJP. I keep forget. I have to remember that name change because now you made me forget about it.
It's so stupid. Yeah,
but pretty much.
And
pretty much,
Sasha Banks should be in the Titus brand too. Like, if you really want to make it look like a brand of like a basketball style like branding, like they should have gotten. I know it sounds racist, but your stereotypical like guys that are athletic and black.
that's the only reason I could come up with why they
But
didn't want.
yeah, that's probably why. Is like, this is going to be considered racist. Yeah, in NXT you have the fucking what's the new tag team coming in?
The Street Profits.
Yeah, the Street Profits coming in. Like, that's not fucking racist. Like, are you kidding? You know
But
what
it's
I mean?
awesome.
It's so.
I love that. I love that
Oh, I
stuff.
love
Though.
it. I can't wait until they debut. I've seen some of the matches, by the way, in the indies. Holy shit, they're really good.
I had one of them was like I was watching the vignette this week. I think one of them is Angelo Dawkins, as I heard his name get mentioned.
Yeah, Angela Dawkins. Yeah, Angela Dawkins is.
I've always
Angela
liked.
Dawkins is a really, really, really underrated wrestler.
I've always liked him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's never put on that bad of a match. I think he'll only improve with this new guy, though. I've seen this new guy's shit. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. I imagine they're going to be a better tag team.
I don't know if they're going to take the titles off the Authors of Pain, because quite frankly, I want to see the Authors of Pain hold these belts for the year to wipe the Ascension out of the fucking longest reign in NXT tag title reign, because the Authors of Pain, mainly because the Ascension sucks, so I want them right out of the record books.
Well, no. Which one? Only one of the members of the Ascension suck, which makes the team suck. But one of them is actually pretty good as a singles.
I can see him.
Which one? I think it's Victor. Maybe Connor. I don't think it's Connor, or it may be Connor. I don't know. Which one? Which one is with the longer hair?
Connor's the one that's fat as shit right now. That's what you're thinking.
Does Connor have the shaven head?
No. Wait, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm talking about Victor. Then Victor is a very underrated, because it's actually kind of a shame, because he's really not that bad of a wrestler. It's just he's teamed up with the fucking greenest goose shithead that doesn't give a shit. That's probably why they've been in the doghouse for so long. It's just because he does not care.
Yeah.
I hate Victor. Oh, not Victor. I hate Connor. I think Connor's such a fucking shithead. I wish Bram didn't get drunk so they would stay as the Ascension.
Yeah. I know, right?
Fucking goddamn.
I can't. But because.
Or no, Connor.
But yeah, so that's what I'm just hoping for, that the Authors of Pain become the longest reigning NXT Tag Team Champion and wipe the Ascension out of the record books.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, we've been on a tangent. Is there anything else we need to talk about, or no?
I think we said all the videos we're gonna make.
All right, awesome.
The only thing I didn't ask is what day are you available to do the Retro Wrestling Review Series, or do we still have to be in talks about that?
We have to be in talks about that, because I have no fucking clue what's going on with that yet.
And then with the NXT and 205 Live.
Right now, I guess it has to be a random day.
Okay.
But we'd have to schedule that day specifically to do it.
Okay.
So we'll figure it out in due time. So next week, we'll when I get my schedule, I'll let you know. And then I have to obviously talk with Logan and Travis and see when they're free.
And then what day can you do the NXT and 205 Live reviews, when we could just combine them into one video?
As early as tomorrow night.
That works. That definitely works. You're gonna like NXT a lot. 205 Live. I feel like you won't really like the show all that much. But anyhow, we'll leave it at that.
We'll find out soon enough.
All right, so plug your stuff before we get on another tangent.
Yes. Hey guys, you guys can check me out on youtube.com/JHebertSide95. That is where I do custom Titantron and custom Themeworks. I also promote custom Titantrons as well. You can all check that out in the description box down below if Owen actually puts it in the description. I know he's not going to put it in the corner of this video. It's not happening.
Yeah, it won't happen.
So definitely check that out. Also check out the Aftershock Corner, which I will be back on. And also check out my podcast on my channel, the Pro Wrestling Roundtable, which Owen will be hopefully a regular guest on. Along with and check out the recent episode we did with me, him, Hammer Prod, and Colin. That was a pretty good episode, actually. Like, listening to it back was actually a really good episode. So
did everything get in?
Yes, but unfortunately the video fucked up. So it's just an audio podcast. Not really much happened on video anyway, so that's fine.
And make sure though, because you're always gonna make sure you say this part too, because this is also important. When you go on his stuff, you click on his channel, you click on the bell, so that way every time he posts a video, you'll get the notification.
I gotta start doing that, don't I? I have to redo my outro then. Yeah, because I forgot the YouTube algorithm bullshit is fucked up.
I hear sometimes though it doesn't. I hear sometimes it doesn't work though. Like I won't get a notification for some videos. But anyhow, that's besides the point.
YouTube's broken.
But anyhow, make sure you subscribe to my CM Brothers YouTube channel. I just uploaded the What's Better Raw a SmackDown series on there. This week's SmackDown was better, by the way, because Raw.
Do you want me to create a channel banner for that or no?
I don't. Maybe I'm not sure. I would say yeah, because I upload a video at least once a week on there. So.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
But I don't even know what you could do it on because it's all I make it. That's my like everything channel. I just throw, maybe like make it like maybe some anime stuff because I want to make that like an anime sci-fi type YouTube channel. So
yeah, because your friend doesn't do that with you, right?
No, so that was the plan. If only he had said he didn't want to do videos, because I just would have made that video. I would have just made that all one. I would have just had that all be one channel where I could just talk about everything on there. But
well, I mean, but that's kind of like what your Owen the Talkinator channel is for.
Well, that's like all my non-wrestling stuff. That's all my non-wrestling stuff. Yeah.
So
but the CM Brothers, like I literally talk about like everything. Like I talk about wrestling and non-wrestling stuff, but. The only issue is I can't deactivate this channel because I have so much stuff saved on this channel.
Yeah, well, don't just deactivate this channel. What do you think? I just created a fucking channel banner for it, you asshole. Why you even think this?
If you deactivate a YouTube channel, I have a feeling all that stuff is gone too. You can never get it back, right?
No, well, yeah, for after a certain period of time, I'm pretty sure you can log back in and then sign the account.
Yeah, I was
back up, but
it's not like I wasn't sure if it was like Facebook where you delete it, but then you can sign back in anytime you want.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't chance it, please.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna, yeah. But anyhow, subscribe to the CM Brothers channel, subscribe to the Owen the Talkinator channel, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to John's YouTube channel. He has the John Tuddy YouTube channel and the Pro Football Reporters YouTube channel. And then I think
they're still doing that show.
Yeah, but they're not. They'll be doing that probably mainly in the fall because that's when football season will be up again. So, yeah, and make sure you click on the bell on all those channels I just mentioned, so that way every time me and everybody else upload a video, if YouTube decides to work properly, you'll get the notification for it.
Yeah.
And then that's pretty much it. And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. For me, I'll be doing my GFW Impact Wrestling review tomorrow that I've been putting off for a while.
And guess who won't be there to review that? Because I don't watch that shitty product.
Because I stuck my foot in my mouth and just thought it was going to be good.
Why? Like, oh, it's been so good. It's a rebranding. I'm going to watch it for the rest of the year.
I hate that I made that decision. I wish I didn't say it on recording. Then I could have backed out of it.
Hey, all right.
Bye.
We'll see you guys, boy.